Hello and welcome back to Leaf Blower Revolution. So we have a very special update. It's an event update. The event is only available for a week. That's why I'm trying to get this video out as soon as I could. This is the Halloween event. This is the first event in Leaf Blower Revolution, and it revolves around pumpkin borbs. So I already started this just to get us a head start, because otherwise this wouldn't be very interesting, because the first part of the event is rather, let's say, more than a little tedious. Well, not too tedious, but it depends how much you enjoy the game. So if you are just starting and want to do this event, which I highly recommend, we're going to look at the rewards in a bit. First, you need to go to the cheese pub. So you come into the cheese pub. You need to go to the Borb claw machine, and you see these little pumpkin borbs. The first thing you need to do is fish 75 of these pumpkin borbs out of the machine like this. You get one at a time. It does take a little bit, but if you're pretty good with the claw machine and you have the claw machine decently upgraded, it's not too bad. Once you have your 75 borbs, you upgrade Borbo Digs. This lets you dig up with a shovel, then you can go AFK or whatever. I went AFK until I had basically 5 out of 5. Don't worry about upgrading Borbo count and Borbo chance. That's only from the boss, has nothing to do with digging. I was hoping it had to do with digging, but it did not. Then, once you have your Borbo digs up, again, I went for 5 of 5 just to wait. I upgraded these because these are boss drops, but we're going to talk about the boss in a little bit. Then the next thing you need to do is upgrade Curse Weakness. So we're going to, since this is 300, we're going to buy this. Okay, we can get up to 20. Okay, so the weakness, let me double check the pin on this, but I believe with a weakness of 20, we should be able to get 60 to 75 kills. So, I did make a mistake. Well, we'll do that now. So one thing to help you get kills, now it ignores all your damage, so you actually have to make a new special set of gear, believe it or not. Yes, that's right. It doesn't work with any of your other gear sets. So we're gonna go to the overview. We need to get a. I think I'm using the magenta. I'm using red, yellow, and green. Could use the teal, so we'll do that. This will be our. I meant to do this beforehand, but this shouldn't take too long. We will do it very quickly. And this is what you would... Now, you might not have the transformation machine like I have. If you don't, that's okay. And you don't have to do this, but this is the easiest way to do it, is to... put this in. You only need to worry about getting 2. One of them is player health percent. Actually 3. You need damage resistance. Absolute damage resistance. And player health. Now, as far as I can tell... Oh, I already have player health in this one. So, alright, let's do the next leaf real quick. Oh, it already had absolute. How nice of it. I already had player health too, huh? Yeah, usually these are junk stats, which is why you don't usually want them. So that's that. It has absolute on it already. Roll damage resistance. And again, none of the other things really matter for this. Has absolute. Has damage resistance, absolute damage, and we're looking for player health. And we will all, of course, be sharding this and making this into a new set for us. Alright, so this is player health already too. So again, the key is this boss ignores your damage. So the goal is to make yourself as healthy as possible. And so that's easy with absolute damage resistance. Damage resistance. And again, I don't understand how damage resistance works. It must be capped in the game, and they don't, there's a cap somewhere in the game. I don't know what the cap is. Because they said you only need it on one leaf, but, I have plenty of these shards. I have 200,000. So we're going to put it on every leaf. We're not going to shard it. Because, again, it's already over 100%. If I had over 100% damage resistance, I should never take damage, but... Okay, it has absolute. It has damage resistance. Okay, we just need to switch this to player health. And this one... when you're looking for these, you're not going to get them. That's the thing. I made these leaves, and these were junk affixes that I threw on there, and now that we need them, it's kind of weird. Alright, wait, there's damage resistance. Absolute. And this is 25. Player health. Alright, so this is our last leaf here. And again, should have done this in advance, but we're here now, so we already have player health. It is, and again, this might be a little harder, a little easier. You don't have to have this, and I doubt we're going to hit anything where we need to have this. Okay, so now we have our set. We have one slot. No, we don't. Okay, so we're going to go to craft. Return auto craft is off. Dismantle. We're going to have to salvage one leaf. We're going to have to go here to our new set. I'm going to go ahead and equip it. Wow, these greens are very close to one another in color. I know one's a teal and one's a green, but they're extremely, like, side by side, they're extremely hard to tell. So that's all the teal. And then we're going to go through and we're going to upgrade. All right, let's clear this. So you want to upgrade absolute damage resistance, not damage resistance. And you want to upgrade player health. Which is strange because I know we would never shard these normally, but this is just for the event. And again, since I have an extra set, it's easy for me. If you don't have an extra set of leaves, I mean, an extra set of ancients should be fine. I have an extra set of plasmas because I went through and I just wanted to get everything as, I wanted to make all the plasmas I could just in case something like this happened, and they're all already maxed out too. Honestly, I had nothing else to do, and I was just like, well, I want to sit at the witch for a while anyways. AFKing at the witch, very, very easy thing to do. And player health. And absolute. And player health. And absolute. And player health. And absolute. Absolute. And player health. And we're going to save this because I save all my sets, and it's going to be save set 5, and this will be called rename defense. It's my defensive set. It's teal. It's slightly different than the other green. Alright, so again, absolute and player health, absolute player health, absolute player health, absolute and player health, absolute and player health, absolute and player health, absolute and player health, and absolute and player health. Okay, so now that I have all this extra health, I need to go charge up. And the only place we can charge up is in the home garden. And one last thing we need to do is we need to set the ALBs. have a pattern. I have it on sign right now. It needs to be... target the center every 6 seconds. So this is very important. And now we're going to go to fight the boss here. So I've never fought the Cursed Cheese before, so this is our first time. And as you can see, we are taking him out. And again, so we got 14 Borbor Lanterns. We got a leaf-scented silicon leaf. And we got something else. We'll look at the log over here. And we got 1 E to the 6 curses. Now, from what I understand, the curses don't really matter because you have the witch. So don't worry about farming this guy for curses. I mean, I guess we could have increased it, but 1,000,000 curses. Right now, the witch gives me the witch gives me about 500k curses. So if you have a witch curse set, you vastly outperform this. I mean, and plus, you don't want to spend this many borbs on him. This is pumpkin borbs. This is maybe it kind of depends how this event goes, but we'll see. And of course, you know what? I might as well just buy some extra curse weakness. Might as well have it. Now, there are some new artifacts we got too. One is the wobbly wings. Teleports you to a random available boss. If a boss is spawned, the artifact won't be activated. I assume what that means is if a boss isn't spawned, the artifact won't be activated. Then there's the Vital Violin, decreases the boss cooldown 5 seconds per use. There is the Golden Suitcase, bring the Golden Suitcase to trade meetings to instantly finish a random available trade and keep the input resources. Don't really see that being too useful. And the final one is Halloween Lantern, magically starts the Cursed Halloween event for 4 hours. So this is for later, so this is always part of the game now. All of these are disabled in offline rewards, which means you have to actually farm them. They're kind of a pain in the ass to get. And they did nerf the ability to activate. Oh, I can't. Can you not use anything here? All right. Well, I guess that's. All right. Now I'm kind of curious. Can I use my artifacts here? Okay, I can. If I use my violin, it's going to be impossible for me to know if that actually reduces the cooldown. All right, you know what? We'll go, let's go visit him again. Okay, we got 20 seconds, so let's see. 1, 2, 2. I assume that sped him up. Okay, and this is our second kill. No problem. Only 14 borbs. Again, 1,000,000 curses. I mean, I technically have so many of the borbs. Like, it's not the end of the world if I spend an extra curses. But again, you don't need to do this. This is technically wasteful. But I have enough. Ooh, that's kind of pricey, but I did it. I have enough where that's, you know, it's whatever. Alright, now we're going to try and see if we can just play the violin a bunch, and if he will actually appear. 1, 2. And yes, this is the cooldown. You can no longer spam like you used to be able to. It's actually really a waste of violins, but as this is focused on the event, okay, we're down to a minute. That means we need to play the violin. Oh, that's right. You can bind a key to this, and I should have done that. Crap. I haven't. The problem with this game is I have no idea what keys are available. So, anyways, we will just pretend 40 seconds. Violin. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, that's good enough. And again, he does get stronger each time you kill him, as you can see. But, and we did get the 2 billion curses this time. Again, don't really upgrade that. Not really worth it. Now, every time you kill him 3 times, so he's level 4 now. If you go to the cheese pub and you go to this, we should now... Well, that was lame. We will now get 2 pumpkin borbs. Let me actually turn the auto start off because it's hard to see. But now I get 2 Borba lanterns. Every 3 kills, you get an extra Borba lantern from the claw machine. You do not get any extra from digging, so this is very much a claw machine event. I don't mind the claw machine. As you can see, I'm okay. I'm okay-ish at it. The trick is, if you are terrible at it, is like you go line this up, you move your mouse, and I got the cheese I meant for this. Sometimes things overlay. You would just go up there like that. Eventually you'll get the hang of it. That's the easiest way to do it. Just bring your mouse up, and then when the hook meets your mouse, click, and you get it. And again, I'm not going to sit here and fish up a lot of these right now. Unfortunately, like, the one thing I disagree with is I feel like the boss shouldn't be on cooldown, you know, or shouldn't have such a long cooldown. Because, why at this point? He gets stronger every time. Like, you're only going to, you know, speed up hitting the limit of his strength. 30 seconds. And why can't I use my artifacts here? So the other thing, if we actually get to 10 kills, we should be able to. I need to look at my pets. And we got a leaf-scented 2 void leaves level 3. That's the other thing. I'm sorry, before you start killing the boss, you need to make sure you maxed out Cursed Leaf Ascension Luck and Cursed Leaf Ascension Level. So this makes him drop up level 3 Leaf Ascensions, and this increases the drop chance by 5%. So for a total of 50%. These are extremely inexpensive. You very much should get these. Don't even think about doing this without. Obviously, from the Cursed Cheese chance we saw, or Cursed Cheese curses, since he gives 1,000,000, this really isn't worth upgrading. I did it just so you wouldn't do it. That's really that's the reason for the season. Let me show you why you shouldn't upgrade something. And again, we're going to play the violin. I kind of have a love-hate with this violin. I mean, this is great for helping me make this video, but this cooldown has got to go. Yep, and he's back. Cheesy boy. And as always, if you're wondering what your damage is, you come here to enemies and you scroll down. And we're doing 26 damage to him, and we have defeated him 5 times. Alright, let's see. And oh, and we also have event milestones. So we get 69 gems for the first one. Another 69 gems. Oh. We double the curses, and... Oh, I didn't... Did I? Alright, so, I mean, we were pulling 2 out of the machine. Are we gonna get more? Well, that would not help. Yep, that was... Well, I got the cheese that time. Picking up the cheese is actually important in other parts of the game. I also don't know if I'm getting 100 and something equipment. Alright, so we got 2 still. So I guess you didn't have to accept that milestone, but the milestone was there to tell you. Alright, so if we go back to our milestone flag here. 69 gems. Okay. So I guess, do we get, I don't know how much we get. Well, we have 30 seconds at 16 violins, so we will use like 12 violins. Gets us down to 28. I kind of dislike that you can't use artifacts here. Yep, that was probably one too many. Alright, we're still doing good damage to him. And again, remember, I made the defense set, so he hits you for 100,000 damage. Alright, so we still only got 2 million curses. I don't know what's up with that. Milestones. Oh, we got new milestone, though. Common card pack. Now, what I really want to talk about is the Leaf Ascension buff that you get. So, let's go to the Biotite Forest, which is in Sacred Nebula. So here is where we would spam the fruit. You remember the enchanted fruit. This helps us by getting us the violins. Oh, I need to use... We need to take the witch off. We need to switch to Flacco. Yeah, Flacco is extremely important. You have to use him. Flacco, Butterflyo. And you have to use a Hippo because otherwise you can't brew fast enough. So it's kind of like I want another pet slot because then Flacco can just permanently join the team. So we're using the enchanted fruit. Looking for violins. 3 hours. Oh geez, 3 hours, really? As you can't get these from offline rewards, you can't skip them. And now that we can't really spam the enchanted fruit, this is terrible. This is so terrible. This cooldown is awful. And that's why I have this auto check now. Because it's only like, only 20 seconds. Alright, well, we're not going to get any more violins. That's for sure. So we'll just use the violins, and when I run out of violins, that'll be that. Oh, and I know I need to bind it to a key. I just don't know what keys are free. Well, I guess I could just press things. Oh yeah, that's my set. Yeah, I kind of like loadouts. I have a love-hate with loadouts, honestly. I mean, considering he hasn't even hit me. Oh, see how I have no health now? I mean, we should do more than enough damage to beat him, but, you know, I'm giving him an advantage there. Okay, so again, we got a 2x Cosmic Leave level 1. Okay. So that the big thing, basically, is Leaf Ascension. The other thing is the other artifact, which we're going to see if I can get to. And again, we'll take off. We'll be able to take 100 seconds off. 100 seconds is not quite, that'll give them about 80 seconds left. Then we're out of violins. And I don't know when I'm going to bother to get violins again. Like, the reduction in spammability really has hurt things. Where does this put us at in terms of artifacts? Alright, so I won't be able to show you this artifact unless we skip ahead. So, you know what? I'm just going to pause it and just sit here for a minute, and we'll come back when I finally have hit this at least 10 times. Oh, there was one thing I forgot to mention. One of the updates has to do with the ALB enemy bumper. This now has a toggle. By default, it is toggled to off. So to bump against, this is actually why I had to open up my shops again. If you don't remember where to open up your max shops, it is under graphics. Hide max shops. So make sure this is off So it's about, 2/3 of the way down. It took me a minute to find it. And then you need to go into your business shop and make sure the bumper is on. If the enemy bumper is off, then you'll have a very hard time killing the cheese. That said, we are only at our 8th victory, so we are going to wait a few more times, and then we'll catch up with you. Alright, we're back. So fortunately for us, it says this is spawned in the plasma forest already. So let's go to plasma. I didn't expect it to have spawned. Now you do have to have Flocko out. I guess that's where it is right there. Now I understand this has something to do with a leaf ascension exploit. And I don't understand how this works. Exploits the leaf ascension process to instantly finish a random available leaf ascension and keep the input resources. At least 5 leaf ascensions must be activatable. The max leaf ascension level depends on the number of defeated bosses, the cursed cheese. Max level 1 caps out at 100 L6. Alright, it's already spawned again. I guess I need to have these guys. So I guess we can just sit here and try this out for a moment. Let's switch them off T-center to back to the sign, so they hopefully will pick these up. That's much better. There's one down there. They grabbed it. Alright, let's see what using this artifact does. Completed Leaf Ascension Moonstone level 1. Oh, we got a milestone here. So I guess this is what we're supposed to do once you have this unlocked. I'm assuming you just check this. And right now my max level is 1. So I guess anything that I have at 300... Oh, that probably... I wonder if that means I should turn off actual leaf ascensions. I don't know. For the sake of this event, I think I'm going to turn these off. Because these are all my good leaves, and I want them to be eligible for when that relic goes off. So I'm assuming now that we have this unlocked, that we idle here, we have this checked. You have to have the enchanted fruit checked as well. We're going to spawn these. They're going to pick these up automatically. And then theoretically, we're going to see if we use this. Alright, one just spawned. Okay, they picked it up. Oh, wait, they haven't picked it up yet. Okay. Oh, so I guess we can just sit here and get infinite. Alright, so I guess this is the exploit. Now, clearly, I do need to fight the boss some more. The more times I've killed the boss, the higher this goes up. Right now, again, it's level 1, so me sitting here getting free level 1 leaf ascensions is not the greatest thing in the world. I mean, it's good, don't get me wrong. This is really good, but it could be better. The interesting thing, too, will be how this Halloween lantern works. Because... yeah. So also, if I go to my relics, I currently only have one mythical, and I have no legendary. So, this is going to be a big damage boost. What? Oh, never mind. I read this wrong. I'm like, I got 13? Oh, yeah, no. I have 13 relics. I have this many leaf ascensions available. So as you can see, like my biotite, my obsidian, and my celestial leaves, because those are the 5% ones, those I have a lot of. So once I get these to 16, they effectively become eligible, which means I need to switch the pet. Well, I guess I'll switch Hippo off, because we don't need Hippo right now. Because we're not really brewing anything. Well, technically I am brewing, but that's a conversation for another day. Wow, this feels weird. I need more pet space. Where are you, CeeLo? Yep. Because I assume we need CeeLo. Now, we do need to go back and hit the boss again. This is problematic because now it has to, like, see now how they're not doing a good job hitting him because they're on one that's good for picking things up. So we need to switch this back. He looks like he's actually going to bite me. And again, he's only going to do 100k damage, which he won't hurt me. So, oh, we got 3 level 1 sand leaves. Very interesting. Now, let me check. Oh, there's a couple other things we need to check that we did. So, you should maximize your health here, and I apparently have. You should... I think there's one in the Void Shop as well. Okay, we maxed that out. And the silver and gold token badges. This is one I haven't done. But now this player health and stuff, this is actually useful. So we should buy the max leaf armor. I really don't know how high to take this. Well, I have E to the 18 coins, so that should be fine. And the same thing in the gold token shop, but I only have, I have... And let's grab some healthy lifestyle. And again, if you're curious how I have this many coins, what you need to do is... Oh wow, that moved my health bar quite a bit. You need to make sure that you're using the new converters. Well, they're not new. But I've always had these running because, again, this is a trivial amount of strange glass to turn into coins. And crits are now crits are a lot more effective according to the patch notes. So these are now E15s. So as you can see, like, this is just crazy stuff going on here. All right, so that's about it. You farm the boss. You farm the leaf ascensions. So, and that's about how it goes. Just you have to remember to change your patterns. Like I technically should switch this back to T-Center, just to make it easier. So, what I'll do is I'm gonna, play. I'll use play loosely. I'm gonna let this run. I'll see how far I can get, and it won't be in this video, but in a future video, probably at the end of the event, I'll kind of update you on like how many times I've killed the cursed cheese. See how much better this is. See how much quicker. Like last time, he actually hit me. And don't be afraid of getting hit by Mr. Cursed Cheese, because again, he does 100k damage for his first hit, then it's 150k, and it goes up by 1.5 times each time. That's why it's so important to have a lot of health and have a lot of equipment. So that about covers it. Like I said, I'll let this run, and I'll alternate between fighting the boss and doing the Leaf Ascensions. And once we're done, we'll see how we end up with Leaf Ascensions. So once again, as always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. If you have any questions, feel free to say something in the comments. I do always look forward to your questions. And as always, thank you again, and I hope you have a great day.